Hello and welcome back to Transports Fever Series something, the one where we wait for Transports Fever 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Last time out, we created this line that you're seeing right here in front of you on screen. And as you can see, it goes through currently 3 towns. And of course that's going to expand, but this is basically where we're going to begin. So in this episode, we are going to be creating the depot, getting the railways running, and perhaps seeing if we can create a few branches off here, down this way, expand that across to there, figure out exactly what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, where we are going to do it, and just see what's happened. So make sure you stay tuned for the next 30 minutes or so. For that, I really should have made my capital Worcester. That would have been good. Oh well. Okay, so depots are always an important thing now, because we've got a bunch of things over here. We've got a bunch of lines. I have to really think about how I'm going to do my depot and how I'm going to get these trains out of here. My best bet, I think, is to put a depot somewhere out here where it doesn't get in the way, and then just connect it up along that. Or the other option I have is to create extra lines. I'd say probably 2 extra lines over here, and that would give us the movement that we actually need. So if we just create 2 extra lines, or the spacing, should I say, of what we actually need. Right, where are my speeds supposed to be? I can't remember. Alright, I'm going to have to leave these all 100 miles per hour. That was a bad idea to start with. Not those. So if I just, for example, do that, and the other one I'm going to do is actually going to be on this side. Now I prefer my railways to be up down down. I know some people prefer it to be up down. I prefer up down because I don't know, it's just something I tend to prefer. And I know in the UK they have all of them. And they've got up, down, down, and up, down as well. Okay, so we've done that. Now I think we can make some depots somewhere here. So let's go ahead and put in... Well, let's first put the depots in. I've got lots of depots available. Got an engine shed right here, double one, which I really like the look of. So I can just sort of stick that down here. Where do we want to stick it? I suppose we'll just stick it down here. If it wants to sit next to the line, quite nicely there. Job done. There's the engine shed, and I am going to stick another engine shed facing the opposite direction. Try and make it look like it's one building. Like so. There we go. That's probably as close as we're going to get to it looking like it's one building. But that's going to be one of our depots, or 2 of our depots, should I say. We've got these narrow little train depots over here. We do have options on. I don't know whether to actually use these or not. I don't like the long ones, or some of these long ones. Station signs I'm actually not going to worry about. Those are very modern. That's one there I really do like. That's an incredibly long one. And I do like the look of this. It's similar to, again, something I did in Transport Fever when I was on the Chicago one. So ones like these are very nice. But again, it's a matter of does it match? Does it match what we have here? And the answer to that is actually no. No, it doesn't. So we're going to have to put in another engine shed depot. So this is kind of important. I feel that to do something like this is important. In fact, if I do, I tell you what, I've got another idea. If I budge that one up, like that, I think I can stick a bumper in there. One of our buffers. There we go. Not just one, I think I can get two in there. Hopefully. The question is, can I get a line out of it? If I can't get a line out of it, it's going to be useless. I can, but I don't think I can get a second one then. I'll try. I will try. I can. Okay, that's two. I mean, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting to be able to do that. Alright, and we'll have some really slow. And when I mean slow, I mean these things are supposed to be slow. 10 miles per hour at most. Interesting. They both come up roughly to the same height. That's pretty good. And then I suppose we should really connect all of these up. There we go. If I just do that. That's 10 miles per hour. That probably shouldn't be at that point 10 miles per hour. No, I'm going to do that just because it... No, I won't. I will up the speed of that. This one I'll up to 20, 25 from here. And we'll have two of them. Like so. Probably need more than two, but we'll start with just two. And then 10 mile per hour tracks coming out of all of these. Like that. We'll probably have 10 mile per hour tracks coming out of this one as well. In fact, I say probably, it's a given. You have to have 10 mile per hour tracks. 10 mile per hour tracks coming out of all of this. You have no choice. Okay. Now, this is where these tracks go up to 20. So how do we do this? I always like this part. This part's always a lot of. This part's always a fair amount of fun to try and figure these out. It's just like which one's going where, what's doing what, how does anything connect to anything? It's always good. Let's do a crossing like that. Null segment. Still some of the same old issues. That one doesn't want to... Alright, so that one doesn't want to connect at all, so we're just going to have to run this alongside. I said alongside. Seems to be having issues with the whole alongside thing. We'll hook these up in a moment. For now we'll have to... No. No, again. I mean, that's not exactly what I'm after, but I don't quite understand what this is doing. Why is the construction not possible on this? What's happened? Alright, we'll pull this one out straight at 20 then. There we go. Yep, that's looking good. That's looking really good. And now we've got to actually work out how do we get this. Okay, so the trains are going to be going up along this side, so trains that are coming in will have a connection there. Trains that are going out will have a connection from there. So we'll do that. 25 for that. I probably want... I'm going to make a second one of these. That's probably what I want there. Which means that I need more 100-mile-per-hour track. I wasn't expecting it to be this long, but there we go. This is what happens when you start messing around with this sort of stuff. As a matter of fact, in that case, I want to do something slightly different. I will want to take the 25-mile-per-hour track off this. Off this one, up to there. Then off this one, up to there. And then double slit these. Just the entire lot. Okay, good. Now how do we do this connection? Right, that's not exactly how I was planning it, but I suppose you can take things in. No, you need to be able to take things in. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's make this the most complicated, convoluted junction you could ever have. I like it. Nice and complicated because it doesn't need to be. Okay, time for some signals on this one. Signaling, UK path signal. Definitely the only one we want. Easily done for us. We shall stick it on. For this one, it's easy. It goes there. For this one, I suppose it goes there. For this one, it will go there. 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 And there. Let's have another set of signals that will go there. There. And there. Just in case we do manage to actually get a train through. Which is highly unlikely, but if we manage to get a train through that, mess, then that should be pretty good. Also, to help us along here, we're going to need some path signals here. Yep, we're going to need some path signals here. Oop, come on. And we're going to need some path signals here, as well as a couple of signals here and here. There we go. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We're getting to a point where I probably should be taking a screenshot of this absolute and utter mess for the thumbnail, since this has taken a good half episode to actually figure out. So there's our depot. So there's our depot. It's a how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 6 depots out of it. Right. Let's go ahead and make our initial line. We should call this the, since it is going to be the one that cuts through the middle of the map, it will be called the Midland Main Line, because I have no originality, and it shall be a deep red. I need to make sure I know this is trains. How am I going to be able to tell it's trains? This road and rail doesn't work, so I can go railway. RW PA. Yeah, that tells me it's a railway. RWPA Midland Main Line. Though that's being said, I mean, nothing else is going to be called Midland Main Line. Guildford up to currently Spalding, and then it has to come back. Now obviously we don't have the crossovers yet, which is why we can't actually swap things, but we are going to put the crossovers in right now. So 25 mile per hour crossovers sounds about right. They are slow. There we go. Lovely. And now let's signal it. So inbound signal right there. Outbound signal right there. Awesome. Now all the way on the opposite side. Time to do the same thing. In fact, I might as well put the signals. Outbound signal there. Inbound signal once we do the crossing. Outbound signal, or inbound signal, sorry, there. Now, at this point, it's this part that's messing it up, as you can see. But that's to be expected. We were expecting something like that to potentially happen. So what we're going to do, and the reason being is because of the platform that this thing has picked. So we started on 12, we're going to keep it on 12. On this, we're actually going to change it to platform 2. And is there no lock button on this? I can't remember. No, that's the wrong way. It's platform 2 this side. There we go. That should be correct for us. And honestly, I prefer this on platform 11. It's not platform 11, is it? Is it platform 10? There we go. I prefer that on platform 10. Perfect. Wait a minute. Are the platforms really that short? Okay, it's going to be interesting. That's going to be really interesting, but there we go. I'm hoping they're not really that that short. If they are, we're going to have a problem. And that works really, really nicely for us. So now that we've got our Midland Main Line initial route, obviously we're not going to have much in the way of passengers, given they have to walk down to get to it, and as you can see, there isn't much that's actually in the zone. But it'd be nice to actually run a few trains just to see what happens. So I'm going to pick a depot. I shall pick depot. I choose you. Wait, which depot was that? That one. Okay. Now, can we have Toby from Thomas the Tank Engine? We can have Toby from Thomas the Tank Engine, but we're not going to. We are going to use some generally slow trains. We've got the L and MR rocket type. We've got Stevenson Planet. We've got the Bury Northumbrian class. That's not bad. Which ones are current? These ones are quite fast. At 40-ish miles per hour. These cameras are for something else. We'll explore the cameras at some point. Is there anything we could take that's fairly good? Stevenson Long Boiler. That's that would be an interesting one. To use that, 35 miles per hour. It's not much faster. These things don't actually change colour, you see. These things probably could. Oh no, all of them are stuck with the same kind of stuff. Okay, that's fine. Or we could choose the London North Western Railway crew type. Or the 0401 there. The Saddle, that's tank engines. World Tank, yeah, we don't want tank engines. Great Western Railway engines. No, we're going to go for, let's go for you. Yeah, 222 Lind. That was our London Brighton South Coastern Railway, or South Coast Railway, so we'll use that one. We're going to do that, and we're going to have on it, we're going to have, I've got to try and figure out which one I want. I think this is what these are the ones that are going to look good. How do they look in red? They don't look bad with the brown actually, so I'm going to go for that. We'll go for one. First class. Two of those. And is that a brake rear? That's a brake. Wait, what's the difference? I don't know the difference. I'll go for a brake rear, like so. I think that's just brake on its own. I'll probably put that on at the end, at the back as well. In fact, no, that looks out of place. I'm not going to go for that. Should have gone for the single colour, but I am not because I'm awkward. There we go. Right, that's our train. We shall duplicate it 4 times. We shall have 4 of these. We shall now put the rest of the signals in the correct places. So we've got a signal there, we've got signals there. The next logical place for a signal is probably down this embankment, or sorry, not down the embankment, down in the trench. The next logical place for the signals will be outside the station. These signals shouldn't generally be used, but just in case they do. And then the next logical place is probably either side of this bridge. There we go. And then is that nice and clear all the way? No, probably could do with 2 more here. There we go. Job done. Okay, how are we looking? 20. I'll tell you how we're looking. We're looking like we're at the end of this episode. So, Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever, whatever series this is, the one where we wait for Transports Fever 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon. Autosave www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out, and you can see all the rewards that you actually do get by becoming one of my supporters as such. Thank you everybody once again for watching, and also you can find me on social media at ECGadgetLP for both Twitter and Instagram. That's everything that I need to say said. So I shall see you guys next time, where we will probably start running trains down this initial route of ours. We never managed to make any of the branch lines because we were so caught up making this depot. Look at that, that looks really good. That does look really good. I'll see you guys next time.